Well, Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana says his Halt Fentanyl Act is one more way to help bring fentanyl deaths down from 50,000 a year to 0 per year. Here's more on how this new law will impact central Louisiana and the nation.
When President Trump became president, he went right after it.
Providing law enforcement with another tool to combat crime has been the focal point for Senator Bill Cassidy in getting a key piece of legislation signed into law. The Halt All Lethal Trafficking of Fentanyl Act, known as the Halt Fentanyl Act, permanently places fentanyl-related substances as a Schedule I drug in the United States.
We're saying if it addicts like fentanyl, if it kills like fentanyl, you're getting sentenced to jail terms just like it's fentanyl.
And for central Louisiana, that means giving law enforcement teeth to combat dangerous drugs from harming the community.
Rapides Parish has a big drug problem. Sheriff Hilton used to tell me about how it used to not be very much and now it is so much more. Every sheriff wants to know that that sheriff has that extra tool to help combat the pushers, to combat the cartels. And this gives that extra tool.
The new law imposes the same penalties for offenses involving fentanyl-related substances as those involving fentanyl analogs, which are substances substantially similar in its chemical makeup and effects to fentanyl. Offenses involving 10 grams or more trigger a 10-year mandatory minimum prison term. President Donald Trump signed the act into law on July 17th.
And the president, when he signed it into law, and I'm sitting behind him, he's passing me a pen, he goes, this is one of the most important laws he would sign this year.
It's part of the president's crackdown on illicit drugs coming in from the southern border and other parts of the United States. But while the act targets illegal drug use, fentanyl is still used regularly by doctors.
If research shows that there's some form of fentanyl that is useful, this legislation specifically allows research to take place upon that other type. So we don't want to rule out there may be something positive. Some folks want to make sure that we're not going after the victim of the addiction. No, we're not going after the person being poisoned. We're going after the people poisoning our community.
Attempting to make communities safer and healthier.